Hi, my name is Taylor Babayan. I'm a celebrity makeup artist, and today I'm going to show you makeup tips for dark-skinned women. So what's essential for dark-skinned women is to actually use two different colors of foundation. Reason being is that there's generally two different tones in the skin naturally, and they're usually several shades apart. So the forehead will always be darker, along with the cheekbone, a little bit lighter underneath the eye area. So what I always like to do is choose a color that's the same as underneath the eye area, and then another color that's the same as the forehead color, and then blend them together. So to do the foundation on Angelina, I'm going to use two different foundations from L'Oreal Paris, True Match, in Cappuccino and Honey Beige. And the reason that you're actually going to be using two different colors is if you were to choose the color underneath her eye, her forehead and her cheekbones would actually look ashy. Now, if you were to choose the color just on her forehead all over her face, all of a sudden she wouldn't have any dimension to her face and she would look a lot darker than she normally looks. So we're going to apply the darker color just as the sun would hit, naturally, right around the forehead, cheekbone. Kind of blend it down into the neck. As you can see, she's naturally darker in the chin area, so we're going to keep it consistent there along the sides of the nose. Now applying it a little bit lighter as we get closer into the cheek area, which is a little lighter. So I'm actually applying this darker color using a brush, and I like to tap the foundation on. Just because what it does when you're tapping foundation on top of one another, it actually creates layers of foundation. If you were just to put it on like this, slide it down, which most people do, you get a lighter application. The reason I like to tap another layer on is just to get that heavier coverage. So when you're tapping that second layer on, you only want to apply it where you need it. You don't necessarily have to apply it everywhere. So we're not going to do a second layer around the jawline. Just maybe where we need a little bit of extra coverage on the cheek, a little bit more on the forehead, around the brow bone. Just where you see a little bit more discoloration. And then I'm going to apply just a thin layer underneath that area. That way we can blend the lighter color, creating dimension in Angelina's face. So I've got my cappuccino on pretty much around the entire face, focusing more product around the forehead and the cheekbone area. Now I'm going to go in with my lighter color, which is Honey Beige. And we're going to apply it where she's naturally a little lighter, underneath her eye area. Again, this creates dimension in the face. And I'm tapping it on, because we do have that first layer of cappuccino on, which is darker. And you don't want to remove that. You basically just want to add a layer, just blend that nice and in. I'm going to apply a little bit of foundation on the lids, so that when I do my eyeshadow application, it stays. Again, if you were to just use this lighter color all over the face, especially in her darker areas like in the forehead, it would create a more ashy look, so you don't want to do that. Just doing a little bit of the lighter color in the center of the nose, creating dimension. Again, we're blending it underneath her eye area where she's lightest. So it's actually really easy to choose your foundation colors with darker skin tones. Just really focus on the color on your forehead and underneath your eye, and then you can kind of blend all those together. So as you can see, Angelina's skin looks beautiful. It looks nice and even, but it looks contoured. It doesn't look flat. It doesn't look too dark or too light. It actually just looks like her. So I always like to set the foundation with a little bit of powder, and the same rule applies with the powder. You want to use, ideally, the darker shade for the forehead, and then a lighter shade for the center part of the face. So just really loose. You don't want to add more pigment to it. You just want to basically clean it up and set it. It's just going to take down the shine. That's our goal. And really just set the beautiful foundation that we've applied. I'm going to go in with my lighter color, just in the center. So we've just finished setting Angelina's beautiful skin, and you could see how it just looks really natural and beautiful. It just looks even. There's a lot of dimension to it. We started off with a darker foundation, doing the contours of the face, and then the lighter in the center of the face, and then setting it with the same kind of powders, darker on the outside of the face, as well as the lighter on the center of the face. And what that does is it really just finishes it, makes it look nice and matte, but at the same time, nice and healthy glow, but even. So there you go, makeup tips for dark-skinned women. I'm Taylor Babayan. Thanks for watching.